Y'all, it was a little crazy this evening. I had to change my location this evening because we had some issues in the studio, but it's all good. We still popping. We still got it going. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know. Um, but if you can hear me, okay, audio and video good. Thank you, Doc. So now I can really start. Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Laborly, aka Catley, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
so this evening I had to do the show from my bedroom. Sorry, but some things happened and I can't really see right now what's going on in there because it's dark. So I decided instead of waiting and trying to figure it all out at the last minute, I would change my location and I would do it from my bedroom. So welcome to my humble abode. Anyway, welcome to the show today, my friends. If you don't know, if you can't tell already, hold on, I gotta get it right. Gotta get it right. hmm Today is the wiretap. Today is the day that we come and we get into these cases and we talk about them. Don't get it twisted though. They are not only celebrity cases, they are high profile cases, and we're going to talk about them. But we're going to get into this case that we are already into. Hold on. Let me get my mind right. It's crazy around here right now, and I'm trying to make it happen regardless. But we are in this case right now. Yes, baby, it's the wiretap. Let's go. We are in the middle of a case right now, and we're going to move on from this case eventually. But few things I need to say before we get started, which is first, join the conversation, call in, um, text, drop a comment. If you call in a text, the number is 443-780-5978, 443-780-5978. If you drop a comment or text, it will be read out loud. If you drop a comment, it will be on the screen. If you call in, it will be live on air. I just need y'all to know these type of things. So I don't want y'all thinking like I just be doing things out of the blue, out of nowhere. No, I do not. That's not how I get down. But anyway, if you would like to talk to us about anything, contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Yeah. 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 Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription we can get. Every like, every share, every subscription we could get. Hit that like button. Do that. Do that. Do that. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. Now that I've gotten those things out of the way, you ready, Bookie? You ready? Let me know. Okay. All right. I'm about to bring my partner in good in this building real quick. I gotta check on him. How are we doing, Doc? Did y'all get the snow?
Yes, we got snow. It
Oh my
is
gosh.
a
I've been
white
waiting to
blanket
ask you
all over.
all day about the snow.
Yes, we got snow. It is a white blanket all outside. Let me see if I can show a picture right quick. But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
it is cold. We have road advisories. Um, it is all kinds of crazy.
Oh my
This
gosh. So
was
you've joined my congregation, my snow congregation.
yeah, crazy. I don't know if you can see that, but
Oh, I can see it. I can see it. Oh my gosh. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So
I've
no,
never seen Georgia like that in my life. I've traveled to Georgia a lot of times in my whole lifespan, but I've never seen Georgia look like that.
I do not like this.
I know. I know. Now y'all understand what we go through up here. Why we be in the bubble coats.
Yeah, yeah,
Why we
yeah.
be in the Thames. Why we be in the boots.
Y'all can keep this weather. Y'all can keep this weather.
Listen, I, I don't want it.
I don't either. I don't either.
I don't want it. I've been saying for the last few weeks, like I'm so over snow. I'm ready for spring. Come on, spring. Give
Yes.
me spring. I'm ready for that because
Yes.
this is ridiculous. But I
I
can't
am ready
believe
for spring too.
I can't believe what y'all going through down there because I know it's different. Like up here, we used to it. Down there, it's a little different. So
No, nobody. I mean, we knew it was coming, but you could just like it's quiet outside. I mean, dead ass quiet. So I know everybody's in the house like, what is this stuff? We ain't going out there. So
what is this stuff?
yeah, for
All
real.
right. Well, we're gonna have a little fun. As you can see, my environment changed a little bit. Like I said, had some technical issues in the studio, so I had to bring it into my bedroom this evening.
Okay.
So I'm sorry that y'all have to see how I live.
Okay. Okay.
But
Seems warm and cozy.
it is, and I made it pop off. I made it pop off. And I get to hold my rapper microphone.
Okay. Bars. Bars.
If I bust into a rhyme this evening, just know it was coming. I've been
Okay.
waiting.
I dig
I've
that.
been waiting my whole life. Like,
Your moment to shine.
just my moment. I've been waiting my whole life to hold the microphone and go in. But I didn't want to bring the other microphone because that is a stand-up mic and it just was crazy. And I didn't fight. I didn't feel like fighting it. But one thing that I knew that was going to happen today was that the show must go on regardless of what's going on in there. So I just moved it to my bedroom. That's all. But let me get this off the screen because it's annoying me. Some things just annoy me. Sorry, y'all. One thing that we are doing is continuing on our conversation. Wow, is this a conversation? We're going to continue reading this litigation paperwork, this briefing, and it includes, of course, none other than the diddler.
Yes. And his nefarious acts.
And his nefarious acts. But this one is a different one because it also includes Mr. S. Carter himself.
Mm-hmm.
And although I do not believe that this is what's going to do him in at all, this case, I don't see it. But we're going to get to it. So we're going to finish. Well, we're going to begin where we started the last time. Well, I think we're going to begin where we finished the last time, which is the factual allegations.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the meat and potatoes of the court case. This is where we really get it in. So we're going to get back into it. And by the way, if you would like to read this yourself, you can go to www.ambitiouslyent.com. Get the app because I always post the court cases on the app. And you can read it for yourself. But we're going to start back up. We're going to start back up with 38 because I felt like that's where we left off at. I can't see because of the things going on in the studio.
Yeah, about 38.
Okay, because I can't see where we left off at because normally it would just be sitting on the screen and I would know that that's where we left off at. But like I said, the environment has changed. But don't worry about it because Mama got it. Let's go.
Let's go.
So factual allegations. This is exactly where we were. On or around, on or around September 7th of 2000. I hate the fact that a lot of things happen in September because that is my birthday month, and I feel like none of these things should be going on in September, but whatever. So on and around September the 7th, 2000, plaintiff, then 13 years old, and like this number 13 is crazy to me because we're going to talk about a lot of things with the number 13 in it.
Okay.
But the plaintiff, then 13 years old, had a friend drive and drop her off near Radio City Music Hall in New York City so that she could attend the Video Music Awards. That was the VMAs. Attending the VMAs was on the plaintiff's bucket. Oh yeah, because I was fussing about this because this shit pissed me off. Sorry, I'm cussing early. Because ain't no 13-year-old with a bucket list. She just wanted to do it. It was one of her fantasies, not a bucket list, but whatever, Busby. Um, so it was on the plaintiff's alleged bucket list. And she believed that she would gain entry. Plaintiff arrived at the venue and saw large crowds gathering as artists and entertainers began arriving. Plaintiff was very excited. I could see that. I would be excited too. Like, oh my gosh. At 13, oh my gosh, look, there's Bow Wow. I don't even know who was at that VMAs. I don't know, but in my mind, oh my gosh, there's Bow Wow. Oh my gosh, there's Chris Brown. Everybody's here. Usher. You know what I'm saying? So
excited,
I could,
geeked out in the crowd.
yeah, I could see that. So as the event began, much of the crowd moved inside, but the plaintiff without a ticket remained outside with others and watched the VMAs from a jumbotron. If you know anything about Manhattan and Times Square, there are a lot of jumbotrons there, and especially considering it was MTV at the time, they definitely had the jumbotron.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. Determined to get into the VMAs or an after party, she approached several limousine drivers parked nearby and attempted to talk her way into either. You want to do 41 and 42?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for defendant Combs. The driver told her that Combs liked younger girls and said she fit what Diddy was looking for, quote. And while not allowing her into the awards, the driver invited her to an after party.
Child.
Who is this driver? Where are they at? Are they going to be called as witness?
Should be.
Should be, yeah. The driver stated that he had to drive Combs and others to the after party first, but instructed plaintiff to return to his location after the event and that he pick her up and take her to the after party. Later that evening, plaintiff excitedly returned to the same location and waited for what seemed to her a long time. The driver eventually returned and drove her what he described as the after party.
Now let's stop right there because there are a few things. Like I said, we're going to cover another high profile case, and it's not celebrity related, but it's high profile. Mm-hmm. And my question is, not these children, right? I don't have a question for these children because they're children, right? Okay. Children do things. We were all children at one point in time, right? And we all had our sneaky ways at some point in time. We did something not to maybe to this extent, but we've all done. Hold on, I wanted to see what it looked like on the screen while I'm sorry.
I was wondering what you were doing.
I was looking because I had it on there, but then some things happened and I had to get it back. And then I need to see us and what we doing while we doing it. So anyway, as a woman, at one point in time, I used to be a 13-year-old girl. I don't think I was that advanced at 13, though. I wasn't trying to go to these type of functions. I dreamed about it, but I wasn't trying. I was too scared. I was too afraid to venture off just yet. Now, a couple of years later, it was over. Girl was outside. I was outside. And I'm not going to lie to you. It took for one thing to happen for me to really be outside. You know what I'm saying? And it was traumatic. And we'll talk about that later on in Cattails. But I wasn't outside at 13, though. I was still a little girl at 13. So I was watching Maya the Bee at 13.
Okay.
On Nickelodeon. I'm about to sing the song. Maya the Bee. I was watching it at 13. Yes, I was. But 14, 15, 16, yeah, I was outside. So what I will say, but you never know the mindset of each individual because everybody's different.
That's
and
true.
This is the thing that I always try to keep in my mind. Like, yeah, just like in this other case we're going to discuss, they said the girl was fast, but she was 13. No, they were learned behaviors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what a person went through to make them the way that they are. Each
True.
person's experience is what turns them into the person that they become. So she had a friend. That friend drove her from where she was to New York, Manhattan, Times Square, to be at the. So that means the person was older. They had a license. They could
Hmm.
drive.
Yep.
So that means she was hanging with older people. We discussed this already. Um, and again, I try not to base my own, but I also try to put myself there. You feel me? Because I'm a girl. And I was 13 years old at one point in time. And girls and boys' situations are different at
Hmm.
that age. And also at that age, I think boys have a little bit more freedom. I mean, just in teenage in general, boys are a little bit more freer because parents don't have to worry about whether or not they come. I mean, they got to worry about whether or not they're going to get somebody pregnant, but they're not worried about whether or not they're walking back in the door pregnant.
Correct. And I will say that is true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
two different things. But anyway, where were we? Let's get to because we went to the and we gone. He came to
Uh,
pick up. And then what grown man? Because you have to be a grown man to be a limo driver. What
that,
grown man is saying like, all right, yeah, I'm about to take this little ass girl to this after party? That's my
thank you.
question. I'm
That's
not
why I said,
questioning
who is this
her.
limo driver and where's this limo driver at? Because one,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
like, all right,
questioning
you work for
her.
puppy.
I'm not questioning her parents. I'm not even questioning her friend that drove her to Manhattan. I'm questioning the limo driver.
Yes, because it's no, but oh, you're what puppy likes. I'm going to deliver you.
Right.
I'm basically going to traffic you to a party, regardless of if you're underage. And and truly, we don't know what this woman looked like at this age. We don't know if she tried to look older than she was.
Right.
But still, if the driver quotes acknowledges that you're young, just like Diddy likes, in your mind, you're not thinking, how old are you?
Like just
What are
like
you
what
doing
he
here?
likes.
Yeah, that whole limo driver part was just weird to me.
Yeah.
But all right.
So yeah, it's crazy. What? So of course later that evening the plaintiff excitedly returned to the same location and waited what seemed a long time. The limo driver eventually returned and drove her to what is described as the after party. After approximately 20 minutes, and I'm a come because y'all know it be dot 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 with me. Give me a second. Let me cook. So
Okay.
after approximately 20 minutes, the plaintiff arrived at what is to believe to be a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway. Once inside, two men asked the plaintiff to sign a document, which the plaintiff did not read, but which she now believes is a non disclosure agreement. That could be true, but it's not legal because she wasn't legal. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. She was told that she could not discuss what happened at the party, and she gave the men her name and signed the form, but did not receive a copy. Of course, you didn't. They never did. Inside the building, the plaintiff recognized many celebrities as she entered what appeared to be a large living room or a foyer containing a large crowd. Plaintiff attempted to mingle with the crowd and talked to several of the celebrities that she recognized and whom she wanted to see at the VMAs. Listen to this. I need y'all to understand because y'all be making like y'all stupid ass celebrities. If you're not checking IDs, then you don't know that when you make somebody sign a non-disclosure agreement and they're underage, it is not legally binding. She could have been talked about this, but she was scared to talk about it because she didn't know because if she was 13, she wouldn't have known that even if she signed it, it's not legal because she's not above 18 years of age.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So it wasn't legally binding. She could have been talked about it. I don't know. Like I said, if this is true, Maybe it was fear. I don't know if all of this is alleged, by the way. We don't know if it's true. We just reading what the court case says. But if she did sign it, it wasn't legal anyway, because she wasn't legal.
No.
She can't sign anything at the age of 13 and it be legally binding.
And even with that, I mean, we don't know the mindset of this person at 13. However, if you go someplace, you got to sign something. You're like, what am I signing? Didn't even bother to read it. How important is this that I'm just going to sign it? Or are you just overcome with excitement and you just like, oh, what do I need to do? Put this here, put that there, sign this here. And just, all right.
I'm partying with celebrities. She's 13.
It just seems weird to me. I'm sorry.
She's 13. She's 13, and there's no way in her mind that like she knew what she was doing. She was like, I'm just gonna sign whatever the hell you say sign because I want to be up in the building. I want to see these celebrities. I'm trying to think who else would have been out in 2000s.
Oh, I have pulled it up actually.
You did? Tell me, who's at the party?
So at the VMAs, not the actual party.
Okay.
The people were Papa Roach, Janet Jackson. She opened it. Rage Against the Machine. Cisco was there. Britney Spears, Eminem, Red Hot Chili Peppers, NSYNC, Nelly, Christina Aguilera, Blink 182. Those are some of the winners. Janet Jackson was the one that opened the show. Britney Spears performed. Already said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are some of the major stars that are in this Wikipedia article from.
Before you take your head off, like, listen.
It was hosted by Marlon and Sean Wayans.
Oh, Marlon, Sean, you're funny as hell. Listen, there was a lot of things going on at this party, and I don't know if they were if any of these people that performed at the VMAs were at the party, but look at Britney Spears. Somebody got her too. Did she attend a Diddy party? It seems like, and then if she was there at the time, was she still dating Justin Timberlake? I don't know. But I want to bring up something because I want you to grab it from the next few of them.
Okay.
But this is also one of these cases that actually had photographs.
Yes.
And you know I love those. So go ahead. You got it.
Yeah. All right. So this after she arrived and she signed the papers, wait staff circulated throughout the room carrying trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the venue. Plaintiff observed widespread drug use, including marijuana and cocaine. The cocaina. After attempting to talk to numerous celebrities, plaintiff accepted a drink from one of the waitresses circulating the crowd. The drink was a reddish yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. After drinking just a portion of that drink, plaintiff began to feel woozy and lightheaded, making her need to lie down. A photograph of an actual exemplary container used by Combs and or his agent / employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. So they actually have a picture of what appears to be, is more like a syringe and a syringe cap next to a blue pen to kind of mark the size of what it would be. That is what they are describing within this allegations of this case.
And you know how easy that would be to put it in somebody's drink?
Yeah.
That is it's so small and discreet, and it's not even the size of the whole. It's like not even. I wouldn't even say. It's the top. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's like the top part of a clicky pen.
Yeah, and it's not even the whole top part of the clicky pen. That's what's crazy. It's so small and discreet. Nobody would see that. Nobody would see that.
But it's already kind of weird. Not weird, but if the waitress is already circulating the party with drinks, orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter, it's already could have been there. I don't think it was like some, hey, let me see your drink right quick and pour it in. I think if anything, the drink may have already been mixed.
That's not their MO. That's not how they get down.
Yeah,
usually what they say is these over here are for these people and these over here y'all can touch.
Yeah.
That's how it's been illustrated in every case that we've read thus far. These are for them, the people
Mhm.
we want to do the things to, and y'all can drink these because you need to be somewhat sober to know what you're doing.
I
Mm.
still think it's a funny joke in my head. And like if they having a party and somebody forgot and drank the wrong batch, like, oh shit, no, y'all gonna do me wrong.
Then they wake up in the morning butt hurt. No pun
Got me
intended.
fucked up. Come on, I
No,
told you don't drink that one.
no pun intended. They wake up the next morning butt hurt.
Seriously.
Um,
Mm-mm.
so, looking for a place to rest, the plaintiff walked down what appeared to be a hallway, containing 7 rooms off of it. She entered what appeared to be an empty room so that she could lie down for a moment. She did not lock the door. Mistake number one, but at 13, you not think about these things and you woozy, so you can't get it together. The room contained a very large bed with no furniture of any other kind, television, or other furnishings. So they just had it. This is the room.
Okay, but I'm still putting this together. So this 13-year-old gets dropped off, talks to a limo driver, convinces the limo driver because she's the type that Puffy likes. The limo driver comes back, picks her up, takes her to a mansion that's only 20 minutes away from from Radio City Music Hall. She signs something that she doesn't know what it is. She tries to run up and talk to famous celebrities. They probably like, who the fuck are you? So she bounced around. She sees the waitresses or waiters circulating drinks. She gets a drink. She takes a sip. It tastes bitter. All of a sudden, she feels woozy. Then she begins to wander around this property and finds a hallway and wanders into a room.
And I'm glad you said something about that because everybody, and like, I like to play devil's advocate from time to
Okay.
time. But everybody keeps saying, like, oh, well, this wasn't Puffy's house. And I think I said this before and I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
This did not necessarily have to be his house. It could
Correct.
have been a venue that he rented.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody keeps saying that, like, well, he wasn't living there in 2000. He didn't have a house. And you don't know what he rented to throw these parties. You
I'm
don't
still
know. You know how I know you don't know? Because you weren't there. Because if you were there, then you would be a part of this litigation.
I'm still thinking, like, is there any place that will be within a 20-minute drive on the night of the VMAs when everybody's in New York having a
Other
party
than Jersey,
and you can make it to within 20 minutes?
maybe Long Island, maybe Staten Island.
Okay.
And you got it, Staten Island a little bit longer because at that time of the evening, the tolls, it's a whole different thing. And there's a couple of places you could have went.
Okay.
But
I'm just thinking
in
because I
my
know
mind, the way celebrities work, they went to Jersey
okay.
because
But I was
everything.
just saying because as far as I always hear, people always say, particularly like New York, if something's going big in the city, they're always like, yeah, traffic is horrible from like a game to, any type of event, especially when a lot of
No, baby, the traffic is horrible all the time. Fuck the games and the events. The traffic is just horrible.
so that's what like 20 minutes. You was from the
That's why I
venue.
said Jersey because
Okay.
Jersey, it takes about. Listen, I keep telling y'all, my baby daddy's from Harlem, and I dated a couple of other dudes from New York, Brooklyn, Staten Island. I've dated a few. Y'all know I love the woo, so I was on a Staten Island thing for a minute. I was I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to find me a dude from Staten Island. I did. Wasn't very much happy or pleased with the ninja, but I did. You know what I'm saying? I did.
Okay.
He called me later and begged for my forgiveness, and I forgave him. But we never dated again. But the point is this. So I know a thing or three about these travels.
Okay.
They could have, and there are areas in Brooklyn that are more suburban like or whatever, but knowing what I know about celebrities, they're not partying in Brooklyn. They're not leaving from Manhattan and driving 20 minutes to go to Staten Island. They're
Mhm.
not. leaving from Manhattan and driving at 20 minutes just to go to Long Island, because these are regular things.
Mhm.
These are things that you could do any day of the week if you're in New York. But if you're a celebrity and you want to throw a big party at a big house, guess where you go? Jersey.
Okay. So then that would lead me down the path of whose venue was this? Is there records of
You
the
could
rental?
rent a house just like you can rent an
Yeah,
Airbnb
no,
right
that's
now.
what I'm saying. Like, where was this venue at? And does somebody have records that it was actually rented in whose name and all that stuff? That's what my curiosity just
And
going
then the
deeper.
next question is who is going to snitch? Who's
Yeah,
going to come out and be like, yeah, I had a party at a house in New Jersey. Yeah, Diddy was there, Jay-Z was there. Oh yeah, and there was a 13-year-old girl that was there.
look, in this time and era,
Nobody's doing that.
I don't know. In this time, you can get some some
Unless,
money, clout, sell your
unless,
story.
unless there are some criminal contingencies behind it. They'll snitch if they go into jail.
Hmm.
But if they're not going to, this is a civil case. This is not a criminal case.
Correct.
So why would I snitch if there's nobody mentioned my name?
I could see somebody. Oh, I got the story, and if you give me X amount of what, then I can tell you the story because I
But it's
have proof.
Diddy, so he probably already paid them off. That's that.
Okay.
We discussed this before. They pay people not to talk.
Okay. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So this is not criminal. This is civil. I don't have to talk to you, and I don't even want my name involved in the accusations.
Okay.
But Diddy could have rented the venue. This is what I'm saying. It's so many scenarios. Diddy could have rented the venue and had a fucking wild ass party. Y'all know Diddy been doing that for a long ass time. It could have been his party. So therefore, we don't gotta search too hard. We doing too much. We doing way too fucking much. He could have rented the venue and threw the party. But let's keep going because this is going to this some telltale information. So we talked about her being in the room. It wasn't no television in the room, no kind of other furnishing, just a bed. That's crazy. Soon after, Combs entered the room along with the defendant Carter F. Dot and a female celebrity, Celebrity B. They haven't mentioned who she is. Plaintiff immediately recognized all
Hold on.
three
Hold on.
celebrities. Huh?
Can I interrupt real quick?
Go ahead.
Isn't that weird that it's celebrity B, not a celebrity A? Because do we have a celebrity A?
Wow. Remember, this is an amended
Oh, okay.
document. So Celebrity A would have been Jay-Z, but him and Busby started going at it. Him and Busby started going at it. And then his name came out and it was amended, and then bam, this is what we got now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But he was Celebrity A before him and Busby started going at it. Because remember, in his press release statement, he said that he and his attorney received a letter, and Busby was trying to shake him down.
No.
Remember?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And then before this amended case came up, Busby has said that there were a few celebrities that he had reached out to try to find a mediation before they went too hard. But apparently, Jay-Z pissed him off, and he pissed Jay-Z off, and we're here.
Here we are.
And y'all know, because him and Busby been going at it. We've been talking about this. Him and Busby have been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. What did he call him? Tell me again.
Ambulance chaser. You were ambulance chaser.
Right. So
I know you didn't call.
So he was Celebrity A until he called that. He probably called that man an ambulance chaser before the press release. And
Okay.
that pissed Busby off. He was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch.
For real.
Okay, I'm gonna show you an ambulance chaser." Start typing.
Sorry, it's like I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna get you back.
In my head, this is the only way it went. Start typing. Oh, I'm gonna show you who an ambulance chaser is. And it went crazy. It went
Okay.
crazy. So celebrity A, because we have a celebrity B and we still don't know who that is. Everybody says it's Beyonce, but I'm thinking 2000. They weren't there yet.
Jennifer Lopez.
I'm thinking it's her. I don't want to assume, but I'm allegedly.
Assumptions, yeah.
But it's looking like it's 2000. And remember what happened around that time? That's the Shine and the Diddy situation that happened. So I'm assuming, and there's been a lot of speculation about J-Lo and her involvement. It hasn't. Nobody has actually mentioned her. And then my next question is: did J-Lo pay to play? Like, keep me out of this. And so she paid.
Who knows? Look, all I know is I haven't seen her date any other black man, and she quickly went and look. Who she with now? The actor guy who seemed like
Oh
he's
no, they're getting a divorce. Her and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, they break up, get back together, break up, get back together. He be looking like he's stressed.
Yeah, but right now at this particular time, he wants no involvement. Cause bad enough, he already has his own situation.
Yeah.
And bad enough that alleged he left his wife for her.
Yeah.
So he like, I don't got time for this. I don't have time. I want out of this situation. So allegedly, from what I heard, they're getting the divorce right now. So yeah. But I feel like she was B. I do feel like she was B because that's around the time that all that Shine and Diddy situation happened. And remember, she was with Diddy at the time that happened. And they didn't say it was Kim Porter. They said celebrity B.
Mm-hmm. And
who would be a celebrity.
All three celebrities.
And she recognized all three celebrities.
In the 2000s, and this is just a side question, we can get back to it. In the 2000s, do you think a 13-year-old assuming Caucasian girl would recognize Jay-Z?
Yes.
Okay.
He was big in the 2000s.
No, he was. Yes. But I didn't know if a 13-year-old
I would say, yeah, at 13, let's see what Jay-Z, well, you could have did it, but I'll do it. Let's see what kind of music Jay-Z had in 2000s. And why it would be possible for a young lady to recognize him in the 2000s. Because we act like Jay-Z had just came out.
No, he had been out, but it's like, for the sake of the VMAs, MTV, I know Diddy would be very popular and well known. J-Lo, for her classification of kind of like hip hop pop music.
And you got to remember, in the 90s, maybe not. But in the 2000s, Jay-Z was popping. Let's see. In 2000, Jay-Z had Big Pimpin'.
I would argue that I don't think a 13-year-old assumedly Caucasian.
MTV and all that was popping. And remember, they was going to Cancun and all of that.
Yeah. Okay.
So, let me finish.
I just had a thought.
I'm not finished. And in 2000, he had Big Pimpin'. In 2000, Hey Poppy with him in the Mill and Memphis Bleak, not so much, but it was on the Nutty Professor soundtrack.
Yeah.
I Just Want to Love You. The Dynasty. I love that album, by the way. Jay-Z, listen, here. Regardless of all that, 1-800-Hustlers was my joint. But I Just Want to Love You. I love that song. Okay, I Just Want to Love You. That had Pharrell on it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Neptune's joint. Why wouldn't she recognize who Jay-Z was? Now, if you would have asked me in 1994, did she recognize who Jay-Z was? I would have said no.
Okay.
Maybe 95, I still would have said no. 96, no. 97, 98, she knew who the fuck he was. 99, she knew who the fuck he was. 2000, she definitely knew who the fuck he was.
Okay. It was just a thought that I had, and I just want to walk us through it and talk about it a little bit.
And let's take it a step further. Oh, because now thank you for the ... I love when you do this to me. 97, 98. Nope. I don't know. Let's see. 13. I was a little bit older then. We knew these songs, so we would have did it 98. Can I get a? That was 98. Can I get a? Mm-mm-mm.
I'm saying
Yeah,
culturally.
no, 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 because teenagers were into music in
Okay,
1998.
I'll let it rock. I'll let it rock.
1998, Hard Knock Life. It's a hard knock
Well, not
life
all right.
for
Yeah, that was a
us.
good song. That would have been recognizable. That that's Jay-Z. Okay, I can see that. I can see
Yeah,
that.
money, cash, holes, money, cash, holes.
I
That was
don't
out.
know if that song would have
This
went across, but
listen, we just working our way to 2000s. Let's go. Uh, nigga, what? Nigga, who? Nah, she wouldn't have
then
knew that because that had Jazz O on it. Um, Jigga my nigga, she wouldn't have known that. Girl's best
Jigga.
friend, maybe. Do it again. Put your hands up. Oh, that was on. We was living it up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Things that you do with Mariah Carey.
Pop, okay, maybe that one because Mariah's
Yeah,
pop on
yeah.
that side.
Pop transition. Big Pimpin', like I said, 2000. Hey Poppy, 2000. I just want to love you with Pharrell. She would have known that.
Okay. Okay.
Um, no, she wouldn't have known Game Change that with Beanie and them. Nobody gave
That's my shit.
only straight street niggas know that
I
song.
know that. Well, I ain't a
Um,
straight street nigga, but I know that song.
and then that was on the verge of him and R. Kelly to start to do songs together.
Oh,
So,
that's even worse now.
oh,
That makes it
and
worse.
2001 was him and Guilty until proven innocent and Izzo, and that was a joint. H to the Izzo, V to
Mhm.
the Izzo. Not guilty. Y'all got to film and girls, 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 girls. That was the
I
pop
get it, bro.
transition. That was the pop transition. So could a 13-year-old girl have known who Jay-Z was by that point? Absolutely.
Okay, then I stand
Yes.
corrected. I stand corrected then.
Yes. I just wanted to go into yes. Yes. And it's a few songs that came after that. But we talking about 2000, 2001. That was a transition. Absolutely. At 13 year, I got little cousins that knew who the fuck Jay-Z was, and they was about that age ranking. Yes. Yes. But anyway. Holmes aggressively approached the plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes. Oh my gosh, I could just imagine it because he has a crazed look all the time. I could imagine. I could imagine. And just being a 13-year-old girl and seeing this video, just like, oh my god, she's gonna kill me. And y'all know how Diddy got down. We seen it. We seen it with our own eyes. It might not have been a crazed look to him, but to her, it might have been a crazed look. Like, what the hell? What the hell is going on? But anyway, she said so he approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, and by this time I believe the narcotic was already in his system. I believe, not everybody. I'm not saying y'all gotta believe. I'm just saying I believe. They said he was doing narcotic. um Grabbed her and said, you are ready to party.
That's a weird statement.
Who told you that I was ready to party?
You are ready. It's not you ready to party. It's you are ready to party. You
You
are
are
ready to
ready
party.
to party. Who told you that?
That's
Who
a
told you
crazy.
I was ready? Did I say I was ready?
Remember them documents you signed that you didn't read? You are ready to
They
party.
not even legal, my ninja, because I'm not legal. Who told you I'm ready to party? I need you to fuck. Who told who? I said I'm
No, but
feeling crazy. I just wanted to lay down. I didn't say I was ready to party.
you are ready to party.
I am not.
You
I'm
know it's crazy.
absolutely
It's
not
not.
ready to party.
It's a statement too. It's not. It's a statement with an exclamation mark. So it's an
It wasn't
excitement
even a
thing.
question.
Yeah, it's not. Are you ready to party? It's you are ready to party.
Who
That's
told
what it
you?
is.
Who told you I was ready to party?
You ready to party?
I'm not ready. I'm only 13. I'm not ready. Okay, sorry, my bad. You know me and Doc go through these little scenarios every now and again.
But it really does say that. We're not like Kat say. If you want to see the document, it is on the app. But it does literally say you are
You
ready to
are
party,
ready to party. He didn't
not
ask if
question mark.
he just bust in like, oh yeah, like the Kool-Aid
Kool-Aid
man.
man, the Kool-Aid
Oh
man.
yeah, you are ready to party.
No. Oh shit. Mm.
Now I'm scared of the Kool-Aid man, because in my mind,
Hey, you better ready to party.
is Diddy saying you are ready to party. Okay, so anyway, Combs then threw plaintiff towards a wall. What? You throwing niggas now?
Kool-Aid man.
Causing the plaintiff to fall. Poor baby. Plaintiff got up and stumbled. At which point Combs grabbed her again and then threw her on the bed. Oh, this is rough. At that point, Carter began removing the plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. You got 55, 56, and 57 because I can't.
Yeah. So I don't mean to laugh, but plaintiff was held down by Carter as he vaginally AR'd her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So this is directly that Combs really didn't do nothing other than saying you're ready to party and throw it against the wall. They're saying that Carter did all the.
Well, that is assault, by the way. You throw me against the
but I
wall,
mean in
and
the
I
sense
didn't
of.
ask to be thrown against the wall. That's assault.
So after Carter finished, he stepped back toward the wall. Combs then stepped forward and then vaginally AR'd plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Combs then knocked plaintiff down and attempted to force plaintiff to perform oral sex on him. She fought back, standing up quickly and punching out at the same time, hitting Combs in the neck. Taking it back, Combs stopped his attempt.
I would have put it in my mouth and I would have bit that shit off. I would have. Because that's my mindset. Okay, you want it in my mouth so bad, I'm going to bite the fuck out of that bitch. Go ahead.
Regardless of it, this is still, even putting this in 100%, it did happen. This scene is still crazy, though.
It is.
Celebrity B's just like this.
Just standing there. Just looking.
I
stabbed you in the room. I fly on the wall.
Look, and this is my dark humor. If I'm Celebrity B, I'm like, well, I'm going back to the party, y'all.
I would have bit it off. Go ahead, put it in my mouth. You want it in there so bad? I'm gonna bite it off, bitch. All right, we're gonna finish this page and then we'll get to what we need to get to. I would have bit it off, Doc. You hear me? I would have crunched it like it was some cheese curls or some shit. How dare you try to put your member in my mouth? I would have bit that shit the fuck off. Who the fuck?
I was thinking you said cheese curls.
Listen, sometimes you gotta just imagine the food in your head and just go in.
Jesus.
So, but she hit him in the neck, and also the neck and the nose is always a good area to go for. They're very sensitive areas, by the way. I tell my daughter this all the time. That neck and that nose, my ninja, they gonna learn that day. So yeah, I do I do encourage my daughter when fighting to punch people in the neck and the nose. Sorry, just to let y'all know. So when Combs backed away in surprise, because I would have been shocked, like she hit me with a trick. She hit me. Listen. So when Combs backed away in surprise, the plaintiff grabbed her clothes and shoes and ran out of the bedroom, holding her dress in front of her like a towel. Oh, poor thing. She ran around the residence until she found a front door and was able to leave the party. Although there were other guests still at the party, no one appeared to take notice of plaintiff's distress or attempt to help her. That's because they've been witnessing this type of stuff. And once outside, plaintiff put her clothes back on and left the scene in the dark. Plaintiff attempted to retrace the route she had been taking with the limo driver and kept running until she reached the gas station. She noticed on the way to the party, a female clerk noticed her distress and allowed her to use the phone. The plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied. See what I'm saying about kids? She had lied about her whereabouts. So that's where her parents were. She lied to her parents and asked him to pick her up. Plaintiff's father arrived and picked her up shortly before dawn. I keep telling y'all that teenagers, I think sometimes when we grow up and we become adults, because now we live in our adult lives, that we forget the shit that we did as teenagers.
Don't forget.
How sneaky we could have been or were as teenagers. A lot of people do forget that. And so then they turn around, well, what was her parents? She lied to them. That's why they didn't know where the fuck she was. She lied and told them that she was at the girl's house who dropped her off in Manhattan. She was spending the night. They was having a slumber party. And guess what? The parents believe that shit. Because why? You don't want to think your 13-year-old is lying to you about where she's going to be at.
But me shooting holes in this is all right. So what was her plan to get back home? Why didn't she just call her friend instead of calling her dad if she didn't want to get caught in
Why
the
are
lie?
you asking a 13-year-old to have much sense? She's 13.
Yes, but
she's a 13-year-old girl. Why are you asking her to have common sense? Your brain doesn't even develop until you're about 25. Why are you asking a 13-year-old girl to have common sense? She wasn't thinking about that. She wanted to
because
see
if
the
you have,
celebrities.
you know why I'm asking? Because if you have a bucket list, then you should have common sense.
Well, she didn't have a fucking bucket list. That was Busby.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna need you to cut that shit out right now. That
Shit
was
is
not
funny,
her
though.
words. That was Busby. Because why at 13 do you have a fucking bucket list? She had a dream, she had a vision, she had a fantasy. She did not have a fucking bucket list. But we're talking about the man who wrote this case up.
Yeah.
Is beyond middle age. So the words look like that. In his mind, it's a bucket list.
Shit is funny. It is funny.
And then you brought that back into my head again. Now I gotta keep going off on Busby about this wordage. The fuck? A 13-year-old child does not have a fucking bucket list. The fuck? They ain't even begun to live. How the fuck does she have a bucket list? Busby, don't let me meet you in real life, sir, because I'm mad about that part. And this is probably why Jay-Z feels the way he feels about this case. He like, I can get away with this. Even though everybody in their minds know Jay-Z's backstory with the young lady. But the bucket list might have been what did it. Like, what the fuck? 13. And he got a 13-year-old daughter. You know how I know? Because our daughters were born the same time.
Mm.
And he knows that a 13-year-old girl is not running around talking about she got a bucket list. Our daughters are 13, for goodness sakes. They're Capricorns. Very much Capricorns. They do not have a bucket list at 13.
That's wild.
My friend hit me up while I was in labor and said, how dare you let Beyonce beat you to the punch? That's how close our daughters are in age. I said, bitch, I'm in labor. I don't give a fuck about no Beyonce. I'm about to push this baby out naturally. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn Beyonce. Yeah, she had her baby first, but mine is right behind, bitch. Listen, there was a lot going on in my life right there. But so Jay-Z knows that a 13-year-old does not have a bucket list. He's the father of a 13-year-old. They don't have bucket lists. That was Busby. That was all his words. So nothing involving a bucket list, in my opinion, is true. Did they take that? Maybe. But did she have a bucket list? Absolutely the fuck not. No, the fuck she didn't. She didn't have a bucket list. She had dreams and aspirations. She wanted to hang with the celebrities, but that was not a bucket list. What she was thinking she was going to die at 13? Absolutely the fuck not. The fuck out of here. Like Busby, we're gonna fight behind that and that alone. That's it. I'm gonna do 61 and then we go. What the fuck, Doc? I want to fight Busby. Just for that word play right there. Nothing else in this case do I want to fight him about.
What?
But this bucket list thing, I want to fight him about it.
Hey, put it on your bucket list.
I'm in my feelings. thinking back to when I was a 13-year-old girl, and if an old man would have said I had a bucket list, I would have wanted to fight him back then too. The fuck? A bucket list? I'm 13. I ain't even lived life yet. How the fuck I got a bucket list? A bucket, like you said, the last episode, a bucket list is things that you do before you kick the bucket. I don't have a bucket list at 13. Sorry. I didn't even think about death yet. Fuck, I got a lot of life to live. What the hell is going on? But anyway, let's keep it moving with the last one. And then the next time we adjourn, we will get to first cause of action, maybe. Because I'm going to try to skip through everything with code. Yep, nope, we're not doing that. I'm going to try to skip through everything with codes in it because what I've learned of us doing these cases is the codes take up a lot of fucking time that is very unnecessary. And I don't like it. But anyway, let's get to this last thing and then we're going to keep it moving with our evening. After the assault, plaintiff fell into a deep depression, which continues to affect every facet of her life. Damn. Plaintiff suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder. Oh no, she got PTSD. Oh, baby, that's deep. And a seizure disorder caused by stress and trauma. Damn, she be having seizures too. The plaintiff has had difficulty maintaining normal relationships and lives largely withdrawn from society. Now, I will say this. I would think, well, like as a victim of SA, I will say it does have its effect on you. And if it really happened to you, it sticks with you for a long time. Now, do you get to that point? Some of us, not all of us, get to that point where we be like, all right, I'm not going to let this defeat me. But there are others that are not that strong.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely are not that strong. It took me a long time to get to the point where I was like, all right, you know what? I can't. I'll say the rest of my teenage years, I was living crazy because that affected me.
Mm-hmm.
It did not happen until I became an adult that I was like, all right, you know what? I can't let this consume the rest of my life. I was an adult. I was past 25 when that happened. Remember, I said your brain does not fully develop until after you reach 25. So imagine all of this happening to you and you're young and you got to deal with it. And can't nobody, like, people would talk to you. I went to counseling and I don't know if she went to counseling or not, but I went to counseling and my counselor made me feel crazier than I felt before I went in. Never mind, my situation happened in the street, so with street people that I knew in my neighborhood, in my school. You know what I'm saying? And so that was a whole nother situation because now I got to deal with it outside the school and inside the school. It was a whole thing. And then it didn't help with that Baltimore City police kept coming and talking to me and shit because now everybody looking at me like, the fuck they coming to talk to you about? You a snitch? Yeah, for this situation, yes, the fuck I am. Didn't ask for this. But you never know what kind of trauma comes behind it. And she signed her name on the NDA. So they know her name. They know who she is. The fuck? I could see if this really happened, I could see her having those issues. That's not far fetched. Or like it's understood that could happen because it happens, you know what I'm saying?
It
So
does happen, sadly.
it does and everybody I ask you, well, why didn't you do this, why didn't you do that? No situation is the same and not everybody is capable of handling it in the same way
That is true.
at all. Like I said, I didn't really start dealing with my issues with that until I got in my late 20s going into my 30s. So let's say before I had my daughter. So you don't know what it looks like. So she might be suffering from PTSD. She might actually be going through these things. We don't know. And I ain't gonna make light of that conversation because it happens
Mhm.
and you gotta deal. But what I will say is she doesn't have a fucking bucket list. And I'm gonna laugh at that. She absolutely at 13 years old did not have a fucking bucket list. Busby, tired of your shit. These old ass man terminologies. She is not your age, Busby. She did not have a fucking bucket list. Shut the fuck up. This is why Jay-Z was like, yup, I'm about to come after him because he ain't even ready for this shit. And I'm a billionaire. You know what? How much I pay my attorneys? I pay them bitches millions and millions of dollars in retainers. You think you're gonna get away with saying bucket list? I mean, that's not the only thing that he. That's not the only thing that he used as a reference, but I'm quite sure that stood out like, oh, a bucket list, eh? Okay. A 13-year-old girl has a bucket list. Okay, Busby, she about to die, Busby. See what I'm saying? That's what I would have said anyway. But anyway, it is now time for the love notes. Doc, I know you got to do what you got to do, baby. So let me handle my business real quick. You handle your business, and we'll get back to this goddamn bucket list. I'm tired of his shit, Doc. I'm tired of his shit. She did not have a bucket list. But anyway. Yo. She didn't have a bucket list, y'all. But listen, it is now time for the level up. I told y'all my situation is different today. I had some issues in there and I can't really see right now. That's why I'm not in there. But I'm in here. And so the show must go on. But I will say this though. It is time for me to show some love because I love y'all. And I would think that y'all love me too. Whatever. I would think. I would hope. Fingers crossed. It is now time for these love note. The live love. Thank you to anybody who's watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I appreciate you so much. If I knew who you were, if you hit that button, I wouldn't know who you were, so I could shout you out. But it's okay. I don't have to shout you out. I just want you to know I love you and I appreciate you so much. But what I'm about to say, these are the people who listen to me worldwide and they download this podcast and I appreciate them so much. And so I always try to make sure that I come through and I show them love every show. So it's time for the love notes. It's love notes. So how do we come up with the name love notes? Well, I used to call it love. Dot used to call it show notes. It was no way in hell. It was no way humanly possible that I was ever going to call it show notes. So we bickered and we bickered. And finally, we came to a compromise. And, there's no love without compromise, but we came to our compromise. And finally, we decided on the name Love Notes. And now here we are. I've been calling it Love Notes ever since. I love it. I love the Love Notes. Plus, it's like these people are around the world. So it's like I'm sending them a note of love. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Doc also said that that's what he said, but I didn't. Doc also said that I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not. I did not. But it was a lot of papers. But in all fairness, it was a lot of cities, states, and countries on those papers. So that's why I was a lot of papers. But we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore at all. Now we do this. It's all love, and thank you for all of the love, man. Thanks for all of the love. I love you guys. Shout out to my top 6: the United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, and Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you guys. This list is about to change, but I love you. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. Thank you for the love. You guys are amazing. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, Booz. I love you too. Thank you for the love. Oh my gosh, I love you. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Hi, honeys. Thank you so much for the support and the love. And I appreciate you so much. Each time I see this list and it grows, I get excited. Hungary, Greece, Denmark, Jamaica, Slovakia, and last but not least, Ukraine. Thank you. Welcome to the show. And I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are extraordinary. And thank you. I got to bring my boo back in here. I got to bring my boo. Doc.
Yes.
That list excites me.
It's growing. That's awesome.
It excites me.
Salute to everybody that's new on there too.
Oh man, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. But you know what I got to do now? I got to say the things that Doc had said while he was not on the screen. So Doc had said, worldwide, don't use old words on young dreams. I'm just saying, she don't got a fucking bucket list. We got more life to live. At 13, she should not have a fucking bucket list, Busby. Anyway, I'm sorry. He just upsets me with that word. Doc has said, hit that like button, tune in, live show, radio show, and get the app. I'm just saying. Wise decision, if you ask me. Wise decision. You should do all of those things. Very important. Now, besides me getting upset with Busby and his bucket list, we have gotten to the meat and potatoes of what they have said has happened. Now, I want to, because before we, get out of here, I do want to say that all of these things are alleged. We don't know that they happened. I wasn't there. And it's 2000. So in 2000, how old were we? What, 21, 20, 21? How old were we?
Yeah, about 21, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been lit at that party because I ain't had no filter. I had no chill at 2021. Let's just say this is before I got married, so I definitely had no filter. Let's just say I wasn't partying, but I was partying. I wasn't in the crowd, but I was partying low key. So I don't think I should have been at that party anyway. I probably would have been ready to go within 5 minutes. Like, it's too many fucking people. Look, there go Busta Rhymes. I don't give a shit. He over there with his boyfriend. Look, there goes Diddy. He over there diddling. I don't give two shits. Like, I don't care. I'm sleepy and I'm ready for bed. And there's too many narcotics running around here. And I only smoke weed. So I don't fit in this circle. It's not my environment. And I would have been already sleepy. They didn't have to give me no narcotics for me to be sleepy. I have a social battery and it runs out real fast. So yeah, I would have been ready to go. Like, there's too many people in here. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm ready for my bed. Shit.
Nah, I would have been
like, no, girl, let's stay. And I'm like, bitch, well, I'll see y'all later. I'm out of here. I can't. But she was by herself, so wasn't nobody there to ruin her night, so to speak. And that's the other thing. I would never have gone to a situation like that. And I'm thinking we was 21 around that time. So it wasn't fair for me to say. But I will say, even in my teens, I wouldn't have gone to a location like that by myself. Nobody's party was I was going by myself. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. But at the same time, would I have lied to my parents and went somebody, well, at 13, no. But maybe 15, 16, and 17, hell yeah. I'm going to stay the night at Tasha's house. Even though I wasn't at Tasha's house because I was lit. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, but
13, no. At 13, actually, I was still playing with dolls.
she was 13 and went to a party away from home by herself and then attempted to socialize with celebrities. That's, I will say this. If everything is 100% true and these allegations proven true, this 13-year-old, something was already off in their mind about who they were as a person. I will say that at least.
I will say there are some grown girls because I do have a cousin that had a baby at 13. You know what I'm saying? So there are a few selective girls that would have went out and done that and
But
would have went by themselves. There are some. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just saying
but,
I wouldn't have.
but I can still use what you said earlier. If that is the case, then something may have happened to them prior to that, even that their mindset is even that way.
That's
And
all
that's
I'm
what you
saying.
told me. That's what you told me.
And I'm not arguing with what I told you because I
Okay.
still stand 10 toes down on everything I fucking said.
Okay.
What I'm saying, you don't know a person's situation. Was
Correct.
I outside at 13? Absolutely not. But after 14, the fuck? Because my mind had already been altered. Some things had already happened
Mm-hmm.
to where as though I just was like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't waver in that because that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lie that happened to me. So I don't know what that young lady went through before that, but she also admitted that she lied to her parents.
Yeah.
And she had a friend drive her to this location. So that meant
Yeah.
she was hanging with older people. So if you're hanging with older people, you want to do what the older kids do.
And then talk to
And
them with
maybe somebody was like, I dare you. And like I said, I don't know what her race is, but I don't feel like this was a melanated child.
okay.
I feel like this was a clear child. And in that case, they think a little differently.
I'm just saying it is very interesting to me, and I get the stance that yes, we don't know, which we don't. But I'm just angling into some of the ideas about what a bold, because the word I keep thinking in my head like bold enough. Where'd you get this boldness from?
It's a lot of bold ass preteens out here. I'm sorry, God. Take me off the camera for a second. There are a lot of fucking bold ass preteens out here. I know some that live down the street from me. I swear to gosh, they're the same age as my daughter, but they act like they are grown as fuck and don't pay a
Okay.
goddamn bill.
Okay. Okay.
Again, depends on your household, who you're raised by, what kind of position they take, what kind of people that you hang around. All of these things are a factor, especially
True.
at 13 to 18. Very much a factor. And especially if you are a girl, because
Yeah.
you got some grown ass fucking friends that help you become a grown ass too.
Okay. I mean, I
But
understand it.
what I'm going to say to that, should no grown ass man be fucking with no 13-year-old girl?
100% correct.
No grown ass man should be fucking with a 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girl. And let me say this too. And you know what? It made me think about this. This is how teenage girls can be sometimes. Now I'm about to tell my own business. Shit. This might be a cattails. All right, so listen. I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick. This is a brief story. I'm gonna go fast with it because me and Doc got trash to take out tonight.
I'm doing my one is cold.
In this cold ass snow, we got to do it anyway because we don't want the trash to increase. But anyway, so I'll give y'all a story real quick. This is a crazy story. I'm gonna put this. I'm actually going to edit this out and just use this as the first real cattails, right? So let's say Cat was about. Let's see. Cat was about 15 going on 16, right? I didn't know I was cute back then, but apparently I was always cute. Sorry. Not to toot my own horn. But anyway, no, I was probably 15, 16 because this is around the time that I started really hooking school and shit. Anyway, I had been cutting school and hooking school so much that I had got suspended because that's how the school systems used to do back in the day. You missed a certain amount of days, you cut a certain amount of classes. They would, what we would call, it's called disciplinary removal, but we call it DR. So I got DR, right? I got suspended for 3 days. Only way I could come back is if I had a parent bring me back. Now, this is how fucked up shit is for a young girl, a young teenage girl, right? So I just told y'all the story about how I got suspended, right? But mind you, in that process, I told y'all I had went through something at 14. So everything after that was I'm just wilding out, right? I had met this guy. This guy was in his mid 20s, maybe like 26 or so. I started talking to him, started dealing with him, started smashing. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Started smashing and all that, right? The way that I got my black ass back in school without my parents knowing that I got suspended from school was he took me the fuck back to school. They asked me who he was, and I lied and said my older brother, and it worked. But for those 3 days of suspension, I was with him. I'm just saying. Young teenage girls, you just never, and especially if a dude is telling you, this is why this next case we going to cover is very important, because I need y'all to remember what I just said. I'm gonna bring it back up so that y'all can have a recap of what I'm saying. Because everybody, when you're insecure, when you want to be around the popular, the in crowd, you do a lot of things, and you don't understand in your mind as a young girl that none of this shit is right. Especially if you don't have nobody telling you that this shit is not right. Even if you got somebody telling you, you just think that's what it is, but they don't understand that it's a certain insecurity within you. This is why it you get led in that path. It's an insecurity. And when you're young and nobody telling you that they love you, how beautiful you are, how great you are. This is why I push that message at the end of the show. And this is why I push that message to my daughter and her friends. Because if you don't have nobody, hold on, I gotta, this is why I muted the camera. I'm coming back on camera. Give me 1 second. But if you don't have nobody telling you them things and you left to your own devices, then you find your own answer. So that's the cattails for you real quick. I got suspended for 3 days for playing hooky anyway, because I was already playing hooky. And I got suspended for 3 days. I needed to get back in school without my parents knowing. I was dealing with like a 26-year-old man. I was probably like 14, 15 years. No, I was about 15, 16 years old. He took me back to school. He got me back into school. Yes. Were we smashing? Absolutely, we were. One would say it's a 10-year gap. Why the fuck was he fucking with it? What do y'all have in common? I wasn't thinking that back then, though. And so I can imagine a 13-year-old girl, again, your brain does not fully develop until after you turn 25. So I can imagine how a 13-year-old girl would be like, yeah, I need to do this. This is cool. This is the end thing. And do it. And in the case, you heard her say that she lied to her father. She admitted to her father that she had lied about her whereabouts. So that's how it happened. Stop blaming the parents all the time, because it ain't always the parents. All parents aren't a piece of shit. It's just their kids are crazy and they're sneaky and divisive, and they find a way to make it happen. Now, this next case we about to read, I'm blaming everybody in the situation. The guardians, the person, the monster that did it. I'm blaming everybody, because everybody. Well, listen, this case is deep. That's why we gotta cover it. But you don't know what the situation is. We only read in this case. In that particular case that we going, that's get ready to come up next. We got way more details than we do have in this case. So we gonna see how that shit go. But you just never know what it is. And like I said, depending on you said this, depending on your environment, where you grew up in, what kind of people you're around, and all of that shit, that plays a part. It plays a major part. A major part.
Extremely.
Do I wish that a lot of the things that I did in my teenage years I didn't do? Absolutely. But it's my job now to understand those things and what they were and what triggered me and what made me do those things and try to apply that to right now as being a mother and making sure that my daughter don't ever feel that way. And, you know, having those conversations with her to make her
Yeah,
understand that there are even grown-ups, young people and grown-ups that will take advantage of you and won't give a shit.
sure.
They
That's 100%
siphoning your
true.
energy. They want your energy source.
Yeah,
And if nobody's telling you that that's what they're after, then you just give it up easily. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I say let's all be more open minded to the situation. We kept trying to figure out where her parents was and why. Now she explained it all. That's where the fuck. That's why the fuck that happened. She lied. She told a big fat bald faced lie, and Tony Busby is telling a big face bald faced lie when he said she had a fucking bucket list. I'm not letting that shit go. It hurt my feelings.
mm-hmm.
Big
Speaking of
ass,
bucket,
fat ass, fucking lie. She didn't have a bucket. You can right lose your case just behind that statement alone, Busby. Shit. I gotta talk to these people. You know who had a great vocabulary list though? Blackburn. Tyrone Blackburn. And they added photos. Busby
yeah.
trying to follow suit, but he don't know how to do it right.
No, he don't. He don't. Try to use little fancy lawyer and legal words. He put bucket list. Oh, they put pictures in there. I'm gonna put a couple of pictures. He only got two.
Busby, you see how he try to copy real quick?
Yeah.
He ain't doing it right though, because he using retarded words. He not using the right terminology. And so now I'm like, I don't believe you. Because you
You need
said that
more
girl had a
people.
bucket list at 13. I don't
I don't
believe you.
believe you. You need more people. You ambulance chaser.
You fucking ambulance chaser. I don't believe you. But anyway. All right. I'm a ease off of Busby a little bit.
Mm.
I'm a back up a little bit off of Busby back. I'm gonna get off his back a little bit because he didn't talk to Blackburn first. He just went and did it because he thought he was doing something. No, you not Blackburn, son. And Blackburn had way more photos, son.
Look, Blackburn cases read awesome.
Don't they?
They
Don't
read really
they?
good. I like the. I like reading. I like. Oh, I ain't seen this word in a long time.
Shit. When he hit me with the sinister, I was like, oh.
Sinister, insidious.
When he hit me with the heinous, I was like,
Look, that's that. That's that. SVU. He hit it with the SVU.
you
Like
feel me?
that one word will trigger you, and you'll think, "Oh, I used to watch that TV. Oh, yeah, they did some fucked up shit there."
Shit,
It
I
is
might
heinous.
gotta watch some SVU tonight. I don't know what I'm watching, but what I'm saying is, listen, Busby, you did not do what Tyrone Blackburn did. All right, you can't. It don't equate. You know why Blackburn might win some of his cases? Because yeah, that read like a motherfucking novel.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
in my somewhat medical training, I know when certain things are done, and because the first thing I hear heinous, my mind goes to the TV show. The TV show, oh yes, fucking sex crimes, all this bad shit. That's automatically a trigger word. You put that word in there to trigger people.
crazy part about SVU, I used to wow, because I like. Listen, first of all, I like Law and Order. Let's just start with that. I like it so much. My daughter used to be like at the end of every.
That is funny.
That's how much I used to watch it. I did not like Criminal Intent, but SVU and the original one
Mhm.
was my shit. SVU especially because they brought in John Munch, and what a lot of people don't know about that show, how Munch came from Baltimore, right? And I like how they tied it in because Munch came from Baltimore. But not only did Munch come from Baltimore, but it was a whole show that was a cop show that was based in Baltimore and had the same writers that created SVU were in charge of the show that came from Baltimore. That actor, the lead actor, died not too long ago also. Dark-skinned dude. But anyway, Munch was on that show. And then he transferred to New York. And every time they used to talk about it, he used to be like, back in Baltimore. I used to be like, yeah, Munch. Yeah, I like how they rolled that out. I like how they rolled that out. And so, yeah. So I used to watch a lot of Law and Order. And Blackburn's case reads like an episode of Law and Order.
Yes.
Not Busby's.
No.
Not Busby's at all. I don't feel very Law and Order-ish from this case.
No. This is I see what y'all did. I'm gonna try to do the same thing, but I'm not good at it yet.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get there. And
y'all
this is why
I can pick this too.
This is why Jay-Z called him an ambulance chaser.
And I guess as a lawyer, that's a heavy insult.
It is.
It's like using the N-word.
Cussed him all the way out just saying them two words.
You mother ambulance chaser. What did you say?
What the fuck you talking to?
Basically, that's what it feel like.
Did you just fucking call me out my name, bitch? Then yeah. Just ambulance chaser alone. Call him a traffic lawyer alone. Those two right there, they cuss words. Who the fuck are you talking to, Busby? I'm about to show you how I'm different. You not ready. You weren't on your Tyrone Blackburn level yet. Sorry.
Crazy.
My bad, y'all. I want to know about why Busby is going to lose his case. Because you didn't do it right. You added 2 pictures. Like we supposed to be like, ooh, we excited. We so excited. And they wasn't even pictures of nobody. It was pictures of the little capsule in which they put the little narcotic in. That's not enough.
And they said exemplary. That means they're not even authentic picture. He was just trying to use it to the angle, the Sean Combs angle back into it. So those aren't even authentic pictures to what he was really talking about. It wasn't like
exactly. Wasn't no Cuba Gooding Jr. in there. Wasn't no Cuba in there. I didn't see a Cuba. I ain't see Cuba grabbing nobody's thigh meat. I didn't. I ain't even see Young Miami Cousin up in that piece.
Look, you already threw me off when you said at the party about let's just bust over there with his boyfriend. You already got me with that. Now you got to bring Cuba back into this. You got to bring Cuba back into this.
Yes, they all together. Everybody go and get some of this work tonight. First of all, I'm telling you, I would have been ready to go. They would have been like, look, Busta Rhymes. So it's just him and his boyfriend. Listen, I don't care.
I was watching some documentary about the whole Diddy situation, and one of the dudes said that if the room was red, that means that something was going down in there.
Red light special, baby.
Yeah, but that was
they
crazy.
Said Diddy always liked the room red because he said it did something to the vibration of the energy of the people in the room.
And remember the pictures that was in the other case, they were red rooms.
I know, and I thought about that. And I'm glad we talk about that because I thought about that all the time, and I seen the documentary on Peacock.
That's what it was? I can't remember where I saw it. But
yeah, it was a documentary on Peacock because I haven't seen the one on ID channel yet because apparently everybody has one now.
Okay, but that's what it was, and then it quickly threw my mind back to the case, and I remember those pictures were red.
And on the documentary on Peacock, they kept showing recording sessions, but they were always red rooms.
Oh, so crazy shit.
And then somebody said on that documentary, like the reason why he always liked the room red is because he said it gave it the energy and the vibration. I'm glad I got a blue light in my room and not a red light because I don't want that vibration.
I just got lights to change colors.
Listen, I gotta you can't see it right now because it's bright in here because the other light bulb is in. But if I unscrew the regular light bulb, it's blue in this nigga. And I'm so glad. And you know, in the studio is you if you gonna see anything, it's gonna be blue. It's not gonna be I don't do the red light.
Okay.
I don't like that demon time energy that is given.
Demon time energy is given.
That's what it's giving. It's giving demon time energy. I don't like it. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't do the red light special. Who was that? TLC red
TLC.
light. I don't want that. Give me the
That's
blue
not
light
a jam
special.
though. That's not a jam though.
It was a jam, but now that I'm thinking about all of listen, it's a lot of things that make me rethink a lot of things. Now that we learning these things, I don't want the red light special. I'll take my blue light special. It's
Okay.
sexy in the blue light.
Okay.
I don't want that demon time vibration.
Demon time vibration. The diddler time vibrations.
Listen, Doc, I don't want it. They could keep it.
Listen,
the girl had freaking.
what?
The girl had a bucket list that she was in there with S.
No.
Dot and the diddler and
Celebrity
B,
Celebrity B.
which everybody assumes is the low. No, you're not the only one that said that. That's why I said everybody assumes is the low.
What
And
else?
that's probably why Ben Affleck is leaving her ass now. Because he found out about them tapes that she thought didn't exist.
You know that was spin off into something totally different. But if that's the case, then that shit is funny to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's 2000, and who was around in 2000?
Well, I dated people at the VMAs who was there, and then when you hit me with that
Jay-Z
weird one,
and
like,
Beyonce was not a thing yet.
no,
It was coming, but was not a thing yet.
yeah, but even with the Britney Spears one, I never thought about that. But like, hey, we don't know, we don't know.
Is that why Britney Spears shaved her hair off? Remember that
She
one
might have
time?
been slightly. I don't know.
She went to a Diddy party and lost her shit. What?
Then look,
much.
Mace ran a religion. Justin Bieber got real religious real all of a sudden.
And he went crazy because he's still a little bit loony. Usher, it was a little bit more quieter, but now the things is coming out, and he came out and said some shit about the flavor camp.
Too much.
There's a lot of things going on. Cuba Gooding Jr. been out there, but he really out there. He out here.
He been out there. Cuba Gooding been out there and don't care. He look. I'm surprised y'all got a case on me yet. Even though he did have a case on him.
Got his own cases. He don't need. Well, no, actually, in one of the cases, he is included as a co-D.
One of what cases?
One of the Diddy cases. I haven't gotten to it. It's so many.
Oh, well, I wouldn't doubt it. Because so the joke is, Cuba is always there when you don't expect him to be there. Talk about wait a minute.
Part of one of the cases.
We left the pier with everybody that was on the itinerary of the yacht party. Cuba, how did you get here? Oh well, there was this raft, right? Diddy, what up, nephews? Like, Dad, can we go home?
Like, oh God, we getting our dad. Where's the dinghy? We want to leave.
Talking about Cuba. Why are you in the studio? You don't even rap. Well, man, I was just around.
For you this time. I used to break dance back in the day.
For some weird reason.
My dad was a musician. I could hold a note.
It's like, what? Why are you here, bro? Why are you here?
Listen, I watched an interview with his brother the other day. Because unfortunately, because of his big brother's shenanigans, people keep trying to include him in there. And what I will say about Omar Gooding is you've never seen him in no headlines or no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Only
True.
thing you say him like notable was Smart Guy with Tia and Tamara's little brother
Hmm.
and Baby Boy. Which in that movie I think he did an excellent job.
Well, I think the stigma of him, his character he played in Baby Boy, is what people think he really is compared to what his
No,
big brother
but
is.
see, that's not even the flack he getting. He getting the flack from his brother's nonsense,
But I
not
think the
none of his
character,
own shit.
no, but I'm saying the character that he played in Baby Boy is how his big brothers probably really are, and that's why he played it so good.
No, his big brother, what he was saying was his big brother's flack is the shit that we talk about all the time when we include him in our conversation. That's the shit he was talking about. You gotta go watch the interview. And
Okay.
he was like, nah, that ain't what it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, my brother got some shit going on. This is what he said. Not verbatim, but close enough. My brother got some shit with him. He got some shit going on, but that's my brother. I love him. But that ain't what I got going on. Keep
Okay.
that shit over there. That's what he said. And he wasn't talking about the character that he put. He was talking about Cuba and his freak off shit.
No, that's what I'm. I think
But he
the
didn't get that in Baby Boy because that wasn't his character in Baby Boy. And in Baby Boy, he
no
was
the
a gang
craziness
member
of his
that
character.
fucked some shit up. I know because I watched that movie a million times. In Baby Boy, he was a gang member who was
Hmm.
supposed to be trying to reform his life, but kept getting called to the streets.
Hmm.
So it don't relate to what his brother is
But
out here doing. His
well, I'm
brother
talking
ain't
about
doing no street shit. His brother is doing freak shit.
oh, okay, we gotta get away from that one. Then I think the example I was trying to give, I don't think it translated right.
Yeah, because what he was talking about was not that. What he was talking about is do not put me in my brother's shit. That's what he said. That ain't got
Hey,
nothing to do with me. I'm a married man with children. I live a serene, peaceful life. I ain't out here grabbing on people's thigh meat. Don't add me to this shit.
was that a direct question that somebody asked him? No, I gotta watch the interview. I gotta
No,
watch the
he was
interview
on
then.
a he was just on an interview and not kind of correlated to that, but he wanted to like he talked about a lot of things. He talked about his dad, their other brother that many people don't know about, which is the brother that his dad had before either one of them was born, because the brother is older than Cuba. He talked about a lot of things, but what he made clear was don't add me to that shit. That's my brother. Yeah, we look alike and all that, but I ain't that. I ain't that. Don't put me in that. What Cuba is doing, my name is not Cuba. My name is. Don't put me in that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Um, and I ain't gonna lie, I love that role he played in Baby Boy. I thought he did a wonderful job, especially when they lined the little niggas up, and he said preferably.
That was your scene.
That was my saying. Cause
Okay.
he was like, "Nah, Jody, that ain't how you do that, nigga. See, preferably you got aim for the nigga nose."
Oh, nose and neck, nose and neck. Got you.
See what I'm saying? And he was like, Jody hit him that first time. He was like, nah, Jody, that ain't how you do it. So he stood the nigga back up. And then he was like, and then the nigga was, I love that. I love that. It's one of my favorite parts of that movie. But yeah. So he said, do not include him in his brother's fuck shit.
Okay. Okay.
He's not Cuba. He's Omar. Okay.
Look.
His name is
Hey,
not Cuba. He also told how Cuba got that name. So it's a very interesting watch. I would recommend go watch it.
okay.
Because it was like, how did Cuba get that name, Cuba Gooding Jr.? How did his dad get the name Cuba?
I just look. I just know that nigga is Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
his dad's name was Cuba, so it was just like a whole backstory.
No.
And it came from their grandfather spending time in Cuba. But whatever,
Okay.
you learn something new every day. But my problem is tell your brother to keep his hands off of people's thigh meat. That's all I'm saying.
I I still remember there's a recent video, probably like a year or two ago, where Cuba was basically out somewhere in LA talking about where the hoes at. I never forget that shit. It was on TMZ. And there was
See what
like,
I'm saying?
you do know you was arrested for uh SA, right? When he
And
was
you
walking out
talking
of
about
jail
where the
just
hoes
smiling and
at?
shit.
Cuba don't got no chill.
No, he don't. No,
He needs some.
that's the problem, though.
He needs some.
No, the problem is even before we even read that case, it was everything that he has been associated with, what he got arrested for, what he went to trial
All
for,
his own cases.
all his own shit. But it's also the fact that he seems like he doesn't give a fuck. And then it makes it weird to me. I'm like, you are at a lot of Diddy shit.
You are.
Diddy's your
But you
plug.
know when we
Or-
should have known it was up? You know when we should have known it was up? When he played that role in Jerry Maguire. Because that role that he played
Show me the
in
money.
Jerry Maguire told us it was up. Show me the money. Listen,
That
it was up.
is wild, though.
It was up. So listen.
No,
But
but hey, one of my theories still sticks, though. Remember, I
what?
said this in the beginning that what if Cuba Gooding Jr. is kind of the informant of a lot of this shit?
He might be. And maybe that's why he's never gotten any criminal.
Remember, I said that. I said, why does this person's name keep popping up? But I know they got their own shit going on, but it seems like they never really been held to the same craziness as the new case with Diddy. And I'm like, what if he is like kind of the informant about
Maybe he is, and they don't even know what he doing when he in there. Cause like with the cases that he got by now, you would have thought that Cuba Gooding Jr. had some kind of criminal cases. I'm just saying.
I remember I said that. I don't know what episode this was that we did, and I said, what if he is the informant?
He might be. Because
He's well off Hollywood. He doesn't do anything in the sense of anything anymore. Like I
right,
don't know any recent movies act in, but yet he's
right.
still look Puffy in Miami. Was Miami? I ain't been too far long ago, but he was still around that. Why is Cuba Gooding Jr. on the yacht in recent times?
Why is he invited to the fucking party? He not even an it factor right now. Why is he? He might be, Doc. You might be onto something.
So look.
Oh,
put
a
pin in
dot moment for Doc.
Huh?
A
Wait, what?
dot moment for Doc.
I've been said that though. I've been said that. I'm
Yeah,
like, it's
but
kind of weird.
we're a little bit further in, and now it's a case involving him. I don't know. Because remember I said it's a case with his name in it, so maybe not. Like he's a code D in one of the cases. So maybe not. Maybe that's how he didn't get involved in the other cases, but he fucked up with that case because they definitely got his name as a code D in one of the cases.
Look, we didn't come up with this joke for no reason. It was a reason we started making a joke about this.
Because he everywhere and ain't never scared to grab a man's thigh meat.
There was pictures. That's the fucked up part. It's one thing if somebody said something, but there was actually pictures.
That's the problem that I have. Like, you could have told me that he grabbed a man's thigh meat. I might not have believed it, but it's on fucking camera. My nigga, he grabbed that man's thigh meat. Was on that man like, he grabbed that man's thigh meat.
Oh, and just to add context to what I had said yesterday, no, not the day on Monday, that I don't remember if you caught it or not. It was a thing between Diddy, Busta Rhymes, Pascal Vassier, then Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, you told me about. Yeah, we talked about.
That's some weird shit. That's some weird shit.
Listen, and they was jamming heavy. He said Pharrell, and Pharrell give me some vibes sometimes, but he be off to the side. But he was like, "Hey, yo, Busta."
I don't know.
Why are you at this man's condos acting like his boyfriend, Busta Rhymes? I got questions.
I'm just mad that everything that I love about the hip hop culture is becoming unraveled, and I do not understand why.
Because it's time. Because niggas been hiding shit for a long ass time, and they had us living under this facade and these like, oh, it's hip hop. Hip hop is so masculine. Meanwhile, we got what's his face? Fuck. Oh my god. But it's been like that though. Niggas just say no. What's his name from the Bronx? One of the creators of hip hop.
Cool Herc.
Not Cool Herc. Not Melly Mel.
From the Bronx.
Shit. I can't even think of this nigga name right now. On this
Grandmaster Flash. Oh
Not
wait,
Grand,
how old is it?
not Grandmaster Flash. Oh my gosh, and it's making me mad because I'm thinking
Oh,
about it.
see, I'm naming old rappers. KRS One.
Hell no.
Uh,
Before him, this is the beginning of hip hop.
that's Melly Mel.
It's in the Bronx. We in
See,
the
to me, they
Bronx.
just New York rappers. I didn't distinguish at the
Damn, what
time of
is his name?
what
And
borough
it's
they from.
on the tag on tip of my tongue. But anyway, it's allegations that he was out here messing with these little boys.
Oh, African Bambaataa.
Thank you. It was right there.
No,
Bambaataa.
that story has been out of more recent times. Yes, that story has been out.
Bambaataa. And it ain't just one dude, it's a couple of dudes. One of them actually is a popular YouTuber right now. Um, it ain't just Bambaataa. I mean, it ain't just that the one dude is another dude too. It's a couple of dudes that came out and said that he was doing stuff to them. As a matter of fact, they said he got a book of pictures of the people that he did stuff to. So it's been here. It's always been hidden. And it's been hidden behind the masculinity. Because nobody wants to think in their minds that hip hop, this is happening in hip hop. It's hip
Oh, that's
hop.
true. That's true.
It's
That's
hip
100%
hop.
true. I agree with that.
And everything you've ever seen in hip hop, as far as men are concerned, was masculine. They never gave you a feminine look. They always gave you a masculine energy. So
Yeah,
in your mind, you thinking like, okay, it's masculinity in hip hop. The men
yeah.
of hip hop are masculine. Meanwhile, you know what's happening behind the scenes.
That shit is crazy.
I'm
No,
just saying, behind the scenes, it looked
that
totally
is
different.
wild.
It looked like a whole nother thing. So
My hip hop is
I just
unraveling.
ask us all to keep our minds open and not necessarily be hidden behind that facade anymore. All right. Do I still love the music? Absolutely. I don't give a fuck what you doing on your personal time. I don't give a fuck if you a bati boy. I don't give a fuck if you're a fun boy. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Was the music hot? Yes. Pastor Cavazier was the song. It had people two stepping and buying Cavazier.
True.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
when I do the connections, the dot, it was like, wait a minute now.
But what that situation right there that happened recently, that happened in January. So, Buster, all I'm saying is, why is you at this boy apartment building acting crazy? Is that your boyfriend? That's all I'm saying. I don't. If it is, that's cool. But just and he was at that Pride event over the summer at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying.
If you showing support for somebody that you know, understandable. If you
3 o'clock in the morning.
well,
Uh-uh.
yeah,
Uh-uh.
after 12, ain't
Uh-uh.
nothing open but
That's
legs.
witching hours right there, baby. Not taking that, not excusing that, not whatever you
Okay,
was get ready to say, we get ready to cut
okay,
that short. That is the witching hour. If you are outside at 3 o'clock in the morning, that means you are up to no good. I'm not taking it. I will not take that. That will not pass today.
It'd have been worse if it was 3 o'clock in the morning at your assistant's apartment arguing
And
over a
matter of
phone
fact,
call.
he got into a fight that night. Mhm. Pastor Cavazier.
Crazy shit. Crazy.
All I'm saying is, you know how I am. You know I'm a detective, and you know it's dot 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 over here all the time. I
Can I
pay
do?
attention to the details. You out at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is the witching hour. Ain't nothing open at 3 o'clock in the morning, but what they said.
Legs and wait, it's legs and the fuck. Because people say it different ways in different areas.
Yeah, but
Legs and
legs
white
is a
tacos.
very most important part. You know that legs are a part of that.
Yeah, it's legs and it's always a food place. It's
It's New York,
legs.
so it's always a food place open in New York at 3 o'clock in the morning. But for Pride Week, And now you at this boy's condo acting a fucking fool. That was a lover's quarrel. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
That's what it
Cause
was.
why is this an issue? It made you so angry that you wanted to fight this young man
That's the part that I don't get though. Like, wait, if he's your assistant, then fire them. And why are you
and
over
get a
there?
new
And
fucking
we sitting
assistant. But no,
I'm
this was
using
your
the terminology
assistant.
that was reported.
This is
So
your assistant, and you were in his lobby of his condo building fighting him over him being on the phone too much.
and that is crazy.
Pastor Cavazier, that was a lover's quarrel. Nobody's gonna tell me differently. I don't see it no other way. What the fuck was going on? Why is this? You don't like the job he's doing? Then get a new assistant.
Exactly.
Nothing should be that serious that y'all should be fighting in the lobby of not your condos, but his condos.
It
So
doesn't
he
make sense.
can't be on the phone in his condos. I told y'all it was like, you always on the fucking phone. Who the fuck you talking to? Ah!
That's crazy.
Y'all know I be
Um,
dotting. But anyway, now it's time for me to say,
look, I ran out of drink. I'm like, I want to reopen the drink. I'm like, oh,
go
Kat is
ahead.
probably
I'm gonna
comfortable
say the
because she's
things
not
I
in the
want to
studio.
say. And
No,
I don't want you to not be here for the thing that I'm gonna say at the end of the things that I say.
no, but I'm telling you, I think the environment since it changed, this seems like more of a phone call than you sitting in your studio doing it as a job. And I know that you're just going and going. I'm like,
I know it
okay,
is a phone call, but anyway, we gotta get to the nitty gritty because I gotta be up at 6 o'clock in the morning because there is not a 2 hour delay tomorrow, and I got trash to take outside. So let me say this: mind your business, except for in this case when people putting you in their business because they in somebody's condo building acting a fool. It's not or grabbing thigh meat or whatever the case may be. It's crazy out here right now. Thank y'all for keeping me busy. I'll say that to the celebrities. Always something to talk about. But otherwise, mind your business except for on Media Mondays, where I tell everybody's business because I'm fucking nosy. This is how I know that Busta Rhymes just had that situation. Mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. Like I said, except for Media Mondays. I'm telling everybody's business. I'm nosy as fuck. Um, it's happened. I try to do better, but sometimes every now and again it slips out. The wiretap, as you can see, I'm telling business and more business because that's what I do on the wiretap. And on Wet and Wired Wednesdays, I tell my business, but I've been doing that a lot lately. So that's cattails. I gotta edit this because that's gonna be an episode of cattails. Um, but other than that, mind your business. Safe way to live your life. Very safe way to live your life. Love your babies, hug your babies. Listen, encourage your babies. Tell your babies they beautiful. Sometimes we don't understand that the neglect can cause the problem. So be there for your babies. Tell your babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. They need that encouragement. They need that love. They need somebody to tell them how extraordinary they are. If they want to work for NASA, tell them be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, um, receptionist, or whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. Get yourself. Oh, and I'm in my room. I don't want to get up right now and walk across the room to get it because I would. But get yourself a telescope, a good one, not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with, you perv. I want you to get one like mine. You're gonna probably have to put it together and all that. But then go outside with your babies and look at the sky. You never know what the fuck you might discover. I told y'all it might be some UFOs in the air. You don't even know it. You don't know. You'll know if you put your telescope together. Um, but again, don't get the one that you look through your neighbor's windows with, you pervert. Get you a good one. Cause you ain't saying shit with that kind. You know, you need a good one. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member. commentator, and they also have engineers over there, or whatever the hell else they do over there in NASCAR. I don't know. They got a need for speed, and at one point in time, the muscle car was everything. This was before the fiberglass car was a thing and all that stuff. You had metal. You put your pedal to the metal, baby. Oh, that's where that came from. You're welcome. And if you don't know by now, I love muscle cars. So yeah, shout out to NASCAR. But whatever the case may be, tell them babies that they can do anything they put their minds to, and tell them how beautiful and wonderful they are. Okay. Now, it is time for the fair one. Oh, and I'm in a situation. I feel good tonight to say this shit because y'all don't be ready for these full fair warnings, but you're gonna be ready tonight. First of all, stay in your fucking lane. As you can see, I'm in my lane. This is my lane. I love it here. This is the cloud. I love the cloud. Stay in your lane. My lane and your lane are not the same. Your lane's over there. My lane's over here. Stay in your shit. And everything will be copacetic, boo boo. But when you do not stay in your lane, you're gonna get something that you do not and want. And for 3 weeks in a row, a bitch got 3 Harleys outside. What y'all saying? I might know a little bit about hip hop, a little bit. But yeah, we outside. We outside 3 weeks in a row. Me and my bitches is heavy. We thick, and we got little Harley. She all black. You ain't even want to see her coming. She gonna gnaw on your ankles. You don't want them problems. But what I'm saying is, if you jump into my lane, you're gonna get something that you do not want. Let me show you what you're gonna get real quick. You do not want her. She is not nice. She is not polite. She has no manners whatsoever, and does not give a shit that she doesn't have manners. So don't come looking at me crazy like, well, she ain't even polite. I told you this. I said this already. You don't want her. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all that good shit. Plus, when you get her, you get a 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Hold on, baby. We ain't ready yet. We ain't there yet. Hey, you big purr bitches. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. You want the 2 for 1 special. You get her, then you're going to get her. Hey, you big purr bitches. You want her. You want her. You want her. Because if cat is purring, cat is a happy, happy girl. So you want the meow and you want the purr, but you do not want the roar. Don't make me work on my roar. I feel like I'm in Lion King right now. Don't make me work in my roar. But what I'm saying is this. Take the 2 for 1. Don't take the first one. It's not cute. I'm also saying this as well. When you jump into other people's lanes, what you usually get is a collision. I don't need that for me. I don't need that for Dot, and I don't need that for you. So shut the fuck up and stay in your goddamn lane, you stupid ass. I'm sorry. I'm feeling myself tonight. Maybe it is because of the location change. I don't know. Stay in your lane, okay? Okay. Everything's good. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Petty Boots, aka Baby Caligula, aka Little Caligula, aka Drake. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. It is not. It is not. You gotta pick and choose wisely. I'm not going to go. Y'all know why I'm talking to him. I'm tired of talking to him. He get on my fucking nerves. Tired of talking to this idiot. But what I will tell you, Mobb Deep told y'all a long time ago that there is a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. I gotta stop right there because it's going to go too far. So Mama say, Mama sa, Mamaku sa. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, pick and choose your battles wisely. They told y'all that a long ass time ago, and I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing, why y'all wasn't listening. But if you're gonna do anything, listen right now. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Worry about the war, not so much the battles. I'm worried about the war. I am, because we all fighting one. It's just up to you to decide whether you're gonna fight the battle or the war. Worry about the war. And that's that. Be yourself. Be you. Be your authentic self. Don't let nobody tell you to be anything but what the fuck you are. Don't let them tell you how to eat, sleep, shit, walk, think, none of that shit. I don't give a fuck if they pay your bills either. Just don't let them tell you that shit. No, because the problem is if you become who they want you to be, then you won't be yourself, and that's stinky. That's ugly. It's not. That's bad business. It's bad business. Be yourself. You come in this world by yourself, and you will leave by yourself, even if you are a twin, my friend. You can't make other people happy. You can add to their happiness, but you can never make them happy. So why the fuck try? Just saying. I'm just saying. And look at it like this. You could do everything in your power to try to fix whatever it is that their issue is with you. And as soon as you think that you fix that, they will find a whole nother fucking thing to bitch about. So like fuck them. Fuck them. I'm not in the business of people pleasing. I don't recommend you be either. And last but not least, dream big. Dream so big it exceeds this world that we live in. And then once you come up with your dream, plan, and then remember execution is key. Always execute. Don't let nobody stop you, boo boo. You got this. I got your back. I'm cheering for you. Low key. Real talk. I'm cheering for you. I think that's everything that I have to say. I'm done preaching for the evening. I've preached enough. Doc, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. This is a fun one right here. I don't know how this went, but it was exciting. It was extraordinary. It was titillating.
It was extremely fun. I think it's your environment. You feel comfortable being in that space. I think that's why you was just rocking and rolling.
Maybe. My daughter said earlier that I should switch it up and do both. So I might do that. I'm thinking about it. Not all the time because this is my personal space, but I was gonna do the show regardless. So yeah, I brought the studio equipment in here and set it up, and yeah, baby, we up in here, and I got to use my rapper microphone. Yeah.
Let's go.
But with that being said, we got stuff to do, like take the trash out. And
trash. I'm thinking about seeing mine for the morning though. It's cold outside.
I'm thinking about it myself, but it's 4 people in this house. I got a lot of gathering to do, so I don't think I could do it like that. But anyway, with that being said, be safe in the snow because apparently everybody has gotten it on the East Coast and a lot of the South. New Orleans, I'm gonna need y'all to stop acting like y'all crazy.
They was doing the second line in the snow. That shit was crazy.
I know. I seen all. I was like, "What is going on?" But they embraced it, and I love that. I love that for them. You know what I mean? They didn't act scary like some of my family members in North Carolina, so I love that for them. But anyway, y'all be safe out there in the snow and then the cold. It's supposed to warm up a little bit tomorrow, hopefully. So I won't see y'all tomorrow, but I will see you on Friday. DJ Rukazy has hit me up and let me know that the mix is on its way. But with that being said, I love you guys. Be safe, stay out of trouble, and we are out of here. We got stuff to do. Hip hop, hit me out. It's like, no, I'm out. We gotta go. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Oh,